Hello YouTubers, this is Rail Rocket Ricky here once again, and today I'm going to review the latest Thunderbirds adventure from Anderson Entertainment entitled Operation Asteroids. As before, this is a hardback novel and audiobook written by John Thaden, adapted by Ross Arrowsmith, and the plot goes along these very lines. What starts out as a simple rescue mission to save a trapped miner on the moon soon turns out to be one of international rescue's greatest catastrophes. After the Hood takes members of international rescue hostage during the rescue, a chase across space, and an altercation amongst the asteroids only worsens the situation. With the Hood hijacking Thunderbird 3 along with Brains, Lady Penelope and Tintin, it is up to the Tracy brothers to stage a daring rescue in the mountain tops of his hidden lair. But can they rescue Brains before the engineering genius is used for the destructive forces of evil? Well, what can I say about this incredible Thunderbird story? It is just so action-packed from the very start to quite literally the very end. In fact, Thunderbird 3 was only just on a routine trip to Thunderbird 5 to relieve John when International Rescue receives this emergency call from the Lunar Mining Corporation on the moon. And to make things complicated, the mole is required. So, Thunderbird 2, with Virgil, Brains and Gordon, take the mole to the LMC spaceport at Woolloomooloo in Australia. However, the Hood learns about the mission via Kirano, but Jeff quickly recognizes the symptoms of Kirano's mental attacks, and even Grandma Tracy, his mother, witnesses that for herself. Unfortunately, despite Jeff's warning to Virgil and Lady Penelope, the Hood gets to the spaceport ahead of Thunderbird 2, where he takes Lady Penelope as hostage and even hijacks the space freighter with Brains, Virgil and the mole. This results into a chase across space for Thunderbird 3, leading Alan, Scott and Tintin to a planetoid called Sirius in the asteroids belt. Despite the title's name, the story itself isn't entirely set in space, as International Rescue receives an emergency call from Katu Island in the Indian Ocean, which requires Thunderbird 4. So, Jeff, on his mother's suggestion, pilots Thunderbird 2 Pod 4 with Gordon and Parker to that rescue mission. However, whilst it's not mentioned in the story, Gordon piloted Thunderbird 2 back to Tracy Island beforehand. As for Scott, Virgil and Alan, they have no choice but to use the damaged space freighter to return to Earth. In terms of references, Thunderbird 2 gets badly damaged, not too similar to that of Terror in New York City. Scott, Alan and Tintin aboard Thunderbird 3 is a throw back to Sun Probe. Other things noteworthy are that the Hood's hidden lair is one of several secret bases under his control. Speaking of the Hood, he uses his glowing eyes to hypnotize people to make him his slaves, as well as putting them to sleep, or in other words, knock them out cold. Also, trivial information regarding his half-brother Kirano as being a spiritual man. He believes in mystic powers, even premonitions. Make of that what you will. So, without question, Thunderbirds Operation Asteroids is an incredible action-packed adventure with so many twists and turns for international rescue to deal with. This is Rail Rocket Ricky sign off. FAB.